It's ultimately going to become the underlining layer to just about everything we do. Cryptocurrencies are ultimately going to take over fiat. The more you educate yourself, the more you empower yourself. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's 2:39 rather. It's Friday. What's up, Jaspier? Andrew, what's going on, man? Adam R. Steve, Crypto AI, or Crypto Al. I don't have my glasses on. I can't see very well. I know this is going to be a good one. Well, no pressure there. Hope your day is well. Thank you, Michael Milbrad. I appreciate that. Andy Speed's in the house. Pat Coulter. Andrew P. What's up? Drew Sowersby. Ada is coming. Oh, Ada is coming. Yeah, and I actually, well, so real quick, afternoon rush Davenport. So first I want to let everybody know that I've been changing the cryptocrow.io website. You'll see that it's a lot different. I've been working on this for days and I'm still not anywhere near done, but I've got everything in here. Discussion forum, which I really want to see growing. Links to Crow Trader, Crow Mining, my blog, Steemit, my Reddit, all the different audio podcast homes that I'm on. Like I did an exclusive podcast the other night. It was a late night ramble on podcast. It's only in audio. I didn't do it on YouTube or anything. The different platforms where you'll find my video content, my social media stuff, and then a link to pre-search if you're looking to find something. So check it out, bookmark it, links to all my social media, everything. And I'm going to be redoing the way I'm distributing the information related to the courses, the affiliate marketing stuff and all of that. I'm trying to lay it all out in a way that's easier to find and get to. So just wanted to let everybody know that was in the works. And I'm going to start doing more blog content type commentary on what's going on in the markets and things like that as well. Hoping I'll be able to talk about it on my channel. I also have another website project that I'm working on the side. And I'll just tell everybody about that when it's 100% done and ready. But it's basically going to be a news site. And people are going to be able to submit their own videos, articles, and things like that on it as well. Now, what was I going to look up? Oh, that's right. I'm going to go to pre-search real quick. Oh, that's right. I don't have to because it's my default. I can't even remember. I always screw up how to spell this. Let's see what comes up. Oh, cool. So for those of you Cardano holders that are, for some reason or another, not yet aware, the Daedalus 1.0 mainnet wallet has launched. I got chills yesterday watching, and here's a little video. I would, even if you're familiar with the wallet and everything, I would suggest watching this video. It's not very long, but it kind of explains the nuances, the differences of the wallet. So much faster, so much cleaner, so much better. Make sure you download it directly from daedaluswallet.io. Don't get fooled. But 1.0 has officially launched, and I was tuned into Charles Hoskinson in his stream yesterday where he announced it, and he had the glow of a pregnant woman, man. Like, he was just happy and just elated and accomplished, and it's just the beginning. So for all the naysayers, all the Cardano haters, all the non-believers, everybody out there, they all got one swift smack in the mouth all the way down the line as this thing has officially launched. and it's a beautiful thing. So lots coming up with that. And while I'm at it, I thought I would read this. Tezos and Cardano. Now, this is back from the 22nd, so this is a couple days old. What's funny is I had this open and available days ago when this came out, and for whatever reason, I kept skipping over it. So Tezos and Cardano ranked top of the class in technology by Weiss. The Weiss ratings agency has released its latest cryptocurrency rankings with some surprising updates to the list. Tezos and Cardano came out on top in the technology category, while Bitcoin, Ethereum, and IOTA hold the top 3 spots in overall rankings. Cardano's going to take number 1, man, for all this stuff at some point. Weiss Cryptocurrency Ratings, which regularly ranks cryptocurrencies based on various criteria, released its latest edition on April 21st. In a decision that may surprise some, the Tezos and Cardano networks were ranked at the top for the criteria of technology, both being classified with a grade of excellent. Telling you, the Cardano train is coming, and I feel like because of the very shady interests of some out there, there are probably a lot of people who are going to miss this boat. And I hope that people learn that just because, there are people out there who have a clever way of presenting information does not make them right. And often there's an ulterior motive. And I think that ultimately I see Cardano doing some very big things in the future, and we're just getting started. 2020 is going to be the year of Cardano, folks, in my opinion. It really, really is. And I know I'm a fanboy. Yes, I'm a holder. Yes, to all of that shit. But that's all for a reason, multiple reasons. So, we'll have to see. The cards will fall where they may, but it's probably still 3 cents. Oh, and while I'm at it, I wanted to address this as well. Hex. I keep seeing this coming up with people. It's not even a penny. And I keep seeing people referencing this stuff. 209% increase. Okay. And there's so much to this. But so the volume has been going up a bit at almost 3.5 million a day in volume, which is, interesting. Its all-time high was 0.004 cents. It's half the value that it was at its all-time high. Okay. So even in the midst of a recent launch and everything going on, it's still worth half. Like, it's not, you see this. Oh, it's up 346% for the month. Well, it just launched not too long ago, and it's still only worth half of what it was. So when I see people pumping this garbage, I'm thinking, this whole thing to me is one big game. I really do. I think it's just a big game. I'm not going to call it a scam because I don't think it is a scam. I think that Richard has been very transparent about it for the most part. I mean, outside of like where the funds are going and what's happening with those. But, and he never made, to my knowledge, he's never made any promises of gains, never made any promises. Never basically said it ain't shit. I mean, he basically said it ain't shit. Don't expect shit. Nothing's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. Basically, I think he did everything legally to make sure that this was not perceived as a security of any kind, because if it were, and he were pumping this himself, this is hypothetical, if somehow Hex were, for whatever reason, classified as a security of any kind, he would be in a lot of trouble, I'm sure. But as long as it's not a security and it's classified as a utility token, he can pretty much do whatever he wants, to my knowledge, as I understand it, and the very vagueness of the laws and such as they are right now. I would not touch this personally. I think the whole thing is built on a dream. I'm not into it. But I just kind of wanted to point that out because I see people referencing this all over the place, and a lot of like Hex holders are all over the internet, like some big army, trying to pump it and get people interested. And I think it's a lot of nonsense. But now let's get to the point. This is what and I'm not going to make this video long. I'm going to try and keep this under 20 minutes. So I'm sorry for everybody that's expecting a really long one. Yeah, hey, look, and I'm not saying the code is bad. I'm not saying anything terrible about it. I just don't think it has any real purpose. I think the whole thing is built on a financial model. And look, if it makes a bunch of people money, great, more power to them. I hope it works out for everybody. But for me, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. And something just feels slimy about it. And I don't, hey, look, I can tell some of you guys are big into it. And look, if it's fun for you, cool. Yeah, just like Ryan said, Hex does not solve an issue. To me, it's just kind of a game. It's like a financial game. I don't know. Some people are digging it. And look, it's so cheap. And if you bought a handful of it and you're having fun with it and you're just like enjoying the ride and anything could happen, then cool, have fun with it. Do your thing. I'm just saying from like a long-term, I am a long-term investment type of person. I'm a long-term hodler. So I don't see that as something that I would potentially benefit from holding long-term. I could be completely wrong. This is all my opinion. It could end up shining bright and saving the world someday. I have no idea, but I'm doubting it very, very much. So I'll just leave it at that. Now, this is the point of this whole thing. And I actually caught wind of this and saw this very image on, oh my gosh. Am I really getting this old that I'm like forgetting? Sunny Decree. Is this? No. It was Ivan on Tech. No. Damn it. I don't know. Hold on. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking here. Ivan on Tech. Jesus. Okay. So anyway, I was watching his video and he had pointed this out briefly. And I thought, oh man, that's terrible. And so I went and I did a little more digging on it. And I wanted to make sure that everybody understood what's happening right now, because this is absolutely nuts. So a lot of people are getting a stimulus check from the government. And this is happening on a global scale. I mean, the people in Canada are getting like $3,500. Like, I feel like America's getting the least of it. But America's whole thing is trying to keep people down. I mean, and just in my opinion, it's just all about just keeping the poor people poor. It's not about really helping anybody. But other countries are doing it, so we have to too. So let's give everybody a quarter to everybody else's, dollar is basically what I'm saying. But the problem with it is, so HTTP Lovecraft _ Lovecraft just got this in the mail. This is effed. $1,210 actual check that you have to pay back with $565. So what this is a high interest loan. Annual percentage rate. The cost of your credit as a yearly rate is 39.91%. So basically what's happening is people are seeing these checks, and I think this should be absolutely illegal, because there are so many people who are going to see these checks and think this is, and it's going to say this is a loan. And maybe the check does. I don't know. They're all different. But these are, and I'm seeing a CEO, and I'm seeing like who's right. This is such a disgusting ploy. But basically what it's doing is they're sending these out to people. And if you cash these checks, you've basically agreed to the terms of this horrible loan. Total finance charge of $565. And so they're loaning you $1,210, but you have to pay back like $1,700. And this is ultimately preying on multiple types of people. This is preying on the desperate who are really, really struggling. And they're thinking, you know what? I just need that little extra money to carry me through. I'll pay the $600 someday. And that's just terrible. And then on top of that, it's preying on people who think this could be a stimulus check. And it's not. It is a predatory loan. And I am absolutely shocked that business practices like this are even legal. Where is the oversight on that? That's just absolutely despicable. So be very, very, very careful. I saw that and I'm like, oh my God. So the thing of it is, this isn't anything new. This is just something that's picking up steam in the moment because of these stimulus checks going out. They're expecting people to just run out and not even pay attention. Let's see the dollar amount for $1,200. Hey, I got my stimulus check, not read any of it, take it to the bank and cash it. And then they're going to realize later, oh my gosh, that wasn't a stimulus check. That was a loan. Now I owe that plus $600. Oh my God. And that's what they're preying on. That's what they're counting on. That live check promises cash, but there's a catch. Have you received a pre-approved offer in the mail that looks like a check made out to you and ready to cash? Before you rush out to the bank, know that it's not free cash. Rather, it's more likely an expensive loan. Pre-screened mail offers or live checks are personal loans sent from banks or lenders to consumers who meet certain criteria, like a minimum credit score. Cashing the check enters you into a loan agreement that may last multiple years and have an annual interest rate above 25%. Chris Jackson received a live check in the mail last November for $2,500 with a 28% interest rate. That's exceedingly high as well. The other one I just showed you was almost 40%. Jackson, a financial planner, was skeptical. You know what I think they should do? You know what I think Trump should do? Hey, Trump, I got a message for you. How about you go after these banks that are preying on your public, off of the people who are voting for you, off of the people that are looking to you for help and support? And like, let's just say a whole bunch of people ran out and cashed those checks. Every fucking bank that sent those checks to people to prey on poverty-stricken, desperate people because of this situation, A, no bailout. Fuck them. Okay, plain and simple. No bailout. B, shut them the fuck down because they shouldn't be in business whatsoever. And there's no reason that predatory lending like this is legal. It's blowing my mind. I don't care. It's like you see all these regulations and these laws to protect people from the crypto space, from the financial markets, from this and that. Where's the protection for these people right now based off of this predatory check lending garbage? I am so mind blown, and I'm like reading through this and I'm just absolutely, I'm like boiling inside, boiling. I asked my family what they would do with the check, and of course they said they would cash it, says Jackson, founder of Lionshare Partners, a financial planning firm in Los Angeles. They told me that it would be nice to have extra cash for the holidays, but it's not cash, and the rate was worse than a credit card. Live checks, the costs, and the risks. Most lenders that offer live checks do not consider your job status, income, or ability to repay new debt. Often the loans are unaffordable for borrowers who have other debts to pay, says Caroline Carter, deputy director at the National Consumer Law Center, a nonprofit consumer advocate organization. Pushing credit on people when they haven't actually asked for it can easily lead them to being overextended. And the problem is that so many people in this current economy already are. People are currently maxing out a lot of the credit they currently have just to get by, especially if they lost their jobs or they're running through rough times. Everybody right now is running through a rough time. But what we're doing right now is we're taking these little pittance, shitty little stimulus checks that are supposed to do something. I don't even know what they're for. Are they just to buy bread and water until things subside? Like what's $1,000 going to buy somebody? Not much. Especially when it's difficult just to find toilet paper. And I know I need to calm down because I can feel it in my head. I'm like, oh, this stuff makes me sick. Absolutely makes me sick. You know what makes me sick about it is I picture my mom. I picture my mom getting one of these checks. And not whether she doesn't see it or understand it. I mean, my mom's a pretty smart woman. It's not like that. I see like my mom or, you know, a grandmother or somebody who's struggling already. And then they get these kinds of checks and they just don't understand that it's different, that it's not a stimulus check. And then they go out and cash it and they're on a fixed income. So now this $600 that they weren't expecting to have to pay is now a real burden on them. And it's like, how many people can this affect? And where is the policing of this? Where is the policing of this? How is this even happening? I mean, these banks are proudly, First Heritage Credit can fuck off. Flat out. You and every other bank that's pulling this shit on the public. I feel like, you know, I see shit like this and I think to myself, you know what? This reminds me of The Rainmaker with Matt Damon. This is the kind of company, in my opinion, that is like in The Rainmaker. You know, the kind of company that does a bunch of terrible stuff knowingly for profit and just causing harm to families, causing harm to people so that they can support their bottom line, so that these people can make their bonuses and this is one of the problems with banks. This is one of the reasons why I love fucking crypto. This is one of the reasons why I am so passionate and I'm so happy to be here. Fuck these banks, man. I mean, seriously, I'm like, it's Friday. I wasn't even, but I'm like reading through a lot of this stuff. To be honest, a lot of times I find these articles and I'm like, yeah, this is what I want to help, but I don't read through the whole thing. And then when I do, and I start getting deeper and deeper into it, I'm like, how is this shit even possible? How is it even possible? Focus on long-term solutions. I don't even know what I'm reading more. I feel like I'm seeing double. Rip it up. Rip it up. Shred and toss the check in the trash if you don't want the offer. It's possible someone could steal your check, sign it, and cash it in your name. There's a good tip. I just, you know, when everything is in such chaos and turmoil and there's just so much negativity and struggle going on, the fact that these kinds of things can even happen is absolutely it's just repugnant. It really is repugnant. And I'm like trying not to get emotional. I'm dumbfounded. I'm honestly dumbfounded that this kind of thing is even possible. I need a drink and it's like 3:00. It's Friday. Just be careful, guys. Be careful. You know, call your moms, call your grandparents, call your family. Make sure that they know what's happening. Send them this video. No, don't send them this video. I cussed way too much in this video. I need to go back and I'm going to have to I don't know what I'm going to do. I didn't mean to go so silly. I don't know. Just let everybody that you know, you know, what's going on. And I mean, you know, it's just disgusting. I'm going to try. What's up, Martini guy? Yeah, for those of you, I've talked about it in the past. Martini guy is completely recovered, apparently, from COVID-19. He and I chat every now and then on Telegram. And, you know, I've been getting updates from him, so good on him. He said it made him smell funny. but other than that, apparently he recovered. So, yeah. Get some bud and chill. Yeah. Crow, we need a drinking hangout, chill videos with your regular viewers. Yeah, probably. This is exactly why the future is decentralized. Man, unbank yourself. You know, and it's stuff like this that when I listen to guys like Alex Mashinsky talk about the history and what's going on and everything else, and I think, man, I really hope it works out. Like, I really hope that, you know, Celsius Network and other kind of unbanking systems really start to move forward. I just think our institutions are so corrupt and fouled and disgusting and predatory on so many levels. And while these people above us are constantly talking about how they're there to protect and to serve us, what authority is there truly in this country that is actually there to protect and serve us? I swear to God, I don't feel like a slave in this country so much. It's not like that. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like a fish in a barrel. I really do. I feel like a fish in a barrel. And it's almost like the bigger a fish gets in that barrel, the sooner they get plucked. And it's just like the system is, you're either meant to like be on the lowest low or the highest high, and anything in between is like fair game for whoever wants to do anything to you. And it's like the systems the systems that are in place are structured that way so that anybody with more power can abuse, manipulate, just do whatever they want to somebody beneath them. And that's really what makes me sick. And it's like, I want to see so many people rise up in this new bull run. I really, really do. I am hoping and praying. I'm not even religious, but it's like, I am just hoping that as things turn around, that so many people who are used to not having much can finally rise up to a position where they can finally stand and fight. And it's like, I'm just, and I think that's one of the reasons why I get so emotional in a lot of my videos is because, and I haven't been lately, I feel like I've been keeping it in check, but I think that it's one of the reasons why I'm just so passionate and I am so hopeful. And maybe I am a moon boy, whatever. But I feel like the potential for what can ultimately change the lives of a lot of people is right in front of us right now. And I really feel like it's our responsibility to try and educate as many people as possible, and not just on the entry, but on the exits, and really help people understand everything that there possibly is to understand about this space so that we can arm ourselves, because the governments aren't going to help us. You know, the corporations aren't going to help us. Nobody's going to help us. This is up to us to do ourselves. We have to be careful. We have to be cautious, and we have to be diligent in educating ourselves as best we can and expose ourselves to as much knowledge as we possibly can so that we make the wisest decisions. Don't ever listen to people like me. Don't ever listen to YouTubers. Don't ever listen to influencers about anything. You take what we talk about and you use it to guide you further in your own research and education. That is the best we can do. That is all I want from anybody. I honestly don't like it when somebody says, "Hey, Crow, I watched your video about this project, so I went out and got some." No, that's not how this works. I talk about projects that I personally like because I put in the work and I put in the effort to understand what the project is about, and the team and the white paper and the technology and what problems it solves and so forth. But don't take my word for it. Don't take any YouTuber's word for it. Don't take any YouTuber's word on anything. You have to do that work yourself, and you have to make educated decisions on what you want to do with your own money and time. And I want to make that abundantly clear. Don't buy something that somebody out there on the interwebs likes and then come back to them like, "I bought this because you liked it and it went down and it's your fault." No, fuck that. It's your fault. You got to do your own work. We're sharing information. We're trying to point people in the right direction. In the same way as, you know, when you bring family and friends into the crypto space, don't tell them, you know, "Hey, you got to buy this and that." There's only one project I ever tell anybody they should probably buy. And I'm sure everybody knows what that project is. But outside of that, I always tell, like my cousin, you know, I got my cousin who might even be in chat. I don't know. But you know, he wanted to get into crypto, and I said, "Here's some books, here's some websites, here, watch a bunch of my videos, here's some other stuff, check these guys out, learn as much as you can." And that's all we can really do. So, you know, I was not expecting, I feel drained now. I truly feel drained. I feel like I just had like a huge, adrenaline dump, and, I really want to try and enjoy this weekend. Hopefully you guys do as well. Stay safe, everybody. I love all of you guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to call it a day. Have a good weekend. Till next time, guys, crow your coins, and I'll see you again soon.